the famous Charlie Parker. He's on the rampage this weather. Of course, this is the time of the year now when he does be disturbed. But when you live with them for so long, you know they're around, you know. But there's actually two ghosts, but he's the most famous one and the longest one. At least the other ghost was alive when I come to work here. She was a dresser backstage, Annie. But she's still in the house because when the girls would go on stage, she'd go up to the box to sit there and watch and see that all the costumes were perfect on stage, you know. But there's times now, different shows, different times of the year, you can nearly feel that she's there. In the middle box over there. It used to be box 1, but when the roof collapsed in '73 on the stage, it brought one of the boxes down. And of course, it took 3.5 years to open. So when it was rebuilt, they could never find any signs of a ghost in box 1. But what happened was, the box, it's box 1, 2, and 3 now, so it's the middle one. They had to move it so much that it took where the ghost used to be away from the box. So she's in the next box. But they got it there. So they're still around.
And tell us a bit about Charlie Parker.
Charlie Parker, well, Charlie, of course, some people have seen him. But I've never seen him, only felt his presence. I used to be the usherette on the door down this side. And in the middle of August, the curtain would, as if somebody was breathing on you, you know. No breeze, no nothing, just the curtain. So it's just like if you were walking through the curtain. Lights going on and off, float money getting thrown on the floor, and he loves breaking glasses. Loves it. But all these strange things, you know. And he dresses the people that did see him. My son was actually one of them. He's the general manager. He stand at where the pit is down there, where the band is, and he looked up. And you could see, you know, one of these men that walk in front of a funeral with the tall hat, the long hair and the gloves and all that. And he'd be walking up and down the back of the gallery. So he has been seen. But thank God I've never seen him. But the only thing now is that he solved, one problem was solved, the crying baby. See, another lady and myself here, she died since Annie, she was in the other bar. And we always stopped in between shows for the have our tea. And then we'd have a little nappy on the thing, waiting for the next show. But always at the matinees, we'd hear this baby crying. We could never make out where the crying was coming from. It felt like it was coming from there. But we went out to the lane, we'd done everything, no child crying. So this media come, Ian something was his name. He's actually over there with the boss's daughter in one of the photographs. And I brought him all around the house. We spent 3 hours going round, and he couldn't find the answer to the crying baby at all. That was bugging him too, you know. So we'd only one place left, and that was the gents' toilet. So he says, right, this is our last show. We only walked into the toilet. He says, you needn't go any further, Maureen. The answer to your crying baby is here. I said, here? He said, yes. And he says, is there any talk about it? I said, no. Nobody hears the baby, only Annie and myself. So from the day he come here and answered that, we've never heard the baby cry.